Dear students, welcome to PUC first year class. In the previous classes, we have studied the five kingdom classification like Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantia, and Animalia. These are the five kingdom classification, and in that we have also studied what are the bases that have been taken into account for the classification of these organisms. And today we'll see characteristics of each of the kingdom, like Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. What are the characteristics of these organisms? We'll see in this. One of the kingdom is the Monera. It is also called, organisms belongs to this Monera group are bacteria. Bacteria are most abundant microorganisms. They are called microorganisms. They are very smallest of the smallest organisms which cannot be seen with the naked eyes. They can be seen only with the help of the microscopes. Therefore, they are very microscopic in nature, which are not so easily seen. And how much small they are, if you think it of, you see, hundreds of bacteria are present in a handful of soil. If you take handful of soil into your hand, that hundreds of bacteria are present. You cannot see with the naked eyes. They're very small organisms. That is the first group called the Monera. Bacteria belongs to the group called Monera. They also live. You can see a very important character of these is they can live in extreme habitats, very extreme habitats such as hot springs. Even that place also we can find these bacteria. They can also be seen in deserts. Deserts also they can be seen. In the desert place also they can be seen where the climate is very hot. And they can also be seen in snow. Very cold climate which is present in such places also they can be seen. Even these organisms are seen deep oceans, where even sunlight will not reach to the place. In that place also these organisms are living. We can say in simple word, bacteria are present everywhere. You can say bacteria are present everywhere. Bacteria are found everywhere. Simple sentence if you want to say, these bacteria are present everywhere. Many of them are parasitic. That means they take the food from the others. Two, from the living organisms they get the food. Parasitic. Live on the other organism. Host organisms, they live. From them they get the nourishment. From them they get the food. These are some characters. Some of the characters of bacteria. One is bacteria are most abundant microorganisms. Bacteria, the hundreds of bacteria, you can get it in a handful of soil. Even these bacteria can live in extreme habitats such as hot springs, deserts, snow, deep oceans. And out of that, many are parasites. Many of them are parasitic in nature. They live on the host organisms. Different types of bacteria. Based on the shape, bacteria are of 4 categories. Based on the shape, bacteria are divided into 4 groups called Cookie, Bacilli, Vibrio, Spirilla. You can see in the diagram, Cookie, which are spherical in shape. Cookie, which are spherical in shape. Bacilli, which are in rod shape. Vibrio, which are comma shape. You see, it seems to be like giving commas when we are writing. We give comma. In that manner, they can be seen. They are called Vibrio. Spirilla. They are spiral in shape. So, based on the shape, bacteria are classified into four groups called Cookie, Bacilli, Vibrio, Spirilla. Repeat once again. Based on the shape, bacteria are classified into four major groups called the Cookie, Bacilli, Vibrio, Spirilla. Bacteria are classified into four groups called Cookie, which are spherical in shape, Bacilli, which are rod shaped, Vibrio, which are comma shaped, Spirilla, which are spiral in shape. This is what they are. Bacterial structure is very simple, but they are complex in behavior and show metabolic diversity. Bacteria's structure, when we see, they are very simple in nature because they will be having the cell wall, embryos they will be having, and well-organized nuclear membrane will not be there. DNA is scattered in the cytoplasm, and here and there ribosomes will be there. That's all. It is very simple in structure. Some bacteria are autotrophic, which are capable of synthesizing their own food, synthesize food from inorganic substances. Getting the inorganic substances, these are capable of synthesizing the food. They are called the autotrophic bacteria. Majority of them are heterotrophs. They depend upon others for the food. They do not synthesize the food, but depend on other organisms or on dead organic matter for the food. So these are the heterotrophic type of bacteria. You can see in the bacteria, the two major groups of bacteria that we have said, depending upon the shape, the bacteria are classified into four groups. Now generally, the bacteria are classified. Don't get confused. This classification is different, that is different. Depending upon the shape of the bacteria, there were four groups. Okay. Now, broadly, bacteria are grouped them into two major groups called, one is called the Archibacteria, Eubacteria. Two groups of the bacteria are called Archibacteria, Eubacteria. Eubacteria are other word, they are called true bacteria. In the Archibacteria, halophiles, thermoacidophiles, methanogens. And in the Eubacteria, autotrophic, photosynthetic autotrophs. In that, chemosynthetic autotrophs, in the autotrophs, two groups are there. One is called chemosynthetic autotrophs, photosynthetic autotrophs. The second one, this is heterotrophs. One is parasite, another one is saprophyte. Don't get confused. This is second group, this is first group. In this autotrophs, chemosynthetic autotrophs, photosynthetic autotrophs. In the heterotrophs, parasitic, saprophytic. Like that, the bacteria are being classified. I repeat once again, bacteria are grouped them into major groups. One is called Archibacteria, another one is Eubacteria. In the Archibacteria, three are there: halophiles, thermoacidophiles, methanogens. In Eubacteria, autotrophs. In that, chemosynthetic autotrophs, photosynthetic autotrophs. In the heterotrophs, one is called parasitic, another one is saprophytic. Like that, the organisms, that is the bacteria classification, is being done. And let us see each one of them. What are the characters of that? Those bacteria will be seen in the next class. What are the different characters of these